Welcome back to the channel. I'm not gonna waste any time. We have insanely big HHN announcements and some other announcements here at Universal Studios. Let's just head right in. First and foremost, I need to tell you it is hot today. Real feel is 104, they said. I feel like it feels like it's like 110. I think the actual is 107. Be prepared if you guys do come down in summer. It is extremely hot. Continuing on, let's head right over here to Dillon. This is our very first update for the day. Here is Dillon. They are in team member previews. The wall is down. You can now see into the queue. You can see the little timer over there that will show you the wait time. You can see the attraction entrance. I'm gonna guess that one that's still covered up is probably the Fast Pass or Express Pass entrance right over here to the left. And it looks to be all inside with fans. It's a huge plus. I don't know if it's ultimately gonna come outside though. Let's hope that it doesn't because it is very hot. But hopefully the line kind of is contained indoors. Let's see if the sign is right there. But again, walls are down. I'm gonna guess a few more days and we're gonna get an announcement here. I mean, if they are asking all team members to come and preview this, I'm guessing that we are ready to go and this thing will be open here very shortly. And here you go. The team member preview attraction entrance is right over here. And on the other side, you can see it is in technical rehearsal. Guests may be able to experience the attraction during limited hours of operation. So I guess technically they might let other people in here and there, but as of now, it looks like it is just team member only. Very, very cool. I'm very excited to see that this is really moving about, and hopefully, like I said, we might get an announcement here in the next few days. I want to show you something really quick over here at Evil Stuff, which is why we are still over here, and it has to do with exiting the ride and how well you do on the ride. So let's go inside and I'll show you that really quick. So this is the exit of the ride. Last time we were in here, it was kind of walled off, and when you come out, right up here, you can actually see like the scores. They'll pop up there so you can see today's top 30 villains. Vic Test got 2 million points. Holy cow. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty high scoring game is what it seems, but you will be able to see yourself up on the board if you made it, and it looks like it'll kind of stick around for the day. All right. I know what you guys are all here for, the HHN updates. Let's go ahead, check out the new merch, check out the brand new announcement. Also, there are some updates coming around the park as far as some of the facades going up. I know right around the corner, some of like the lights that are going on, they have things hanging, and we'll kind of talk about it here in a minute. But first and foremost, let's talk about it. Stranger Things is coming to Halloween Horror Nights 32 in both coasts, both here at Orlando and over at Hollywood. We are getting a little fight with Vecna. We are here to fight Vecna off, and hopefully we come out victorious. The merchandise that I've been seeing so far is based on Vecna, I believe. So we're gonna be checking out the 5 and Dime right here on the corner. Let's go take a look. And we are coming up to the 5 and Dime. It looks pretty busy in there right now. And as you can see, merchandise reveal, Stranger Things 4. Here is Vecna. This is our newly announced house. Very exciting. Oh, you can actually see the bats there that attacked Eddie. And this is gonna be sweet. I'm really excited. This is the first year now that Vecna will be coming to Halloween Horror Nights. I'm guessing this is going to be a huge draw to HHN. I think The Last of Us was probably a smart choice, but I think Stranger Things 4 is going to be a very strong reason that people will come and visit this here alone. Either way, let's go check out the merch. And here you go. Now here's the thing. We kind of knew this was coming. This has been rumored for, I feel like, almost at least a month now, pretty confirmed. But seeing the Halloween Horror Nights 2023 show up here just makes it all that more sweet to know that it is official now. And it looks like on the sleeve, you can see that it says Halloween Horror Nights 2023. So here's the shirt here with Vecna. See anything on the back? Nope, so plain black on the back there, and then you do have Vecna's face here. Stranger Things 4 with HHN 2023. We will be picking this up here today. The price on that is $33. Pretty pricey for a t-shirt, I will say. We will get annual pass holder discount, which is nice. And then you also have the hat here. I don't really love the hat designs that they've come out with. I think if they really wanted to make some money, make those like what do they call those? Like little like purse things or like fanny packs kind of,
like
you know?
One on the waist, fanny pack?
Yeah, or like the cross bags. I feel like that's like a really big thing
one.
right now. See, you would buy one. I think like if they released merch that was that, I think they would really knock it out of the park. People are into that right now, the fanny pack or cross chest bags or whatever you want to call them. I think if you did that here, I think you would really, really knock it out. Oh, feel that texture. Oh my gosh. Do you feel it?
Yeah, does that like, I think it's heavy,
wow.
the texture?
I don't know, but it's like, Imagine, okay, if you've ever seen the show, hopefully you guys have, you can like feel like however he looks is how it like feels. It's like this very unique feel to it. It's kind of it's like a goopy texture. Very, very cool. I like that a lot, actually. I do want to point out on the backside of this little merchandise stand here, you still have the Last of Us shirts if you guys didn't get them yet, and also still the See You in the Fog hat and the magnet. They don't have the shirts here. I feel like I haven't seen those in quite a while, but they do have both of those if you are looking for it. The final thing to note here as well will be the sizing. That they do go up to a 3X. This has been becoming a lot more common, would be the sizing on some of the shirts. We have been seeing more 3X, 2X kind of growing. All right, that is all of the merchandise over there. Again, just two pieces. You have the shirt, you've got the hat, and then you've got some of the old stuff that we've already seen. Now what I want to do is take you around the park a little bit, show you some of the updates that we are seeing, and then I think we're going to kind of top the day off with a few little Stranger Things vibes. Maybe try and go to the Upside Down, maybe try and go on a little bike ride with some friends, etc. Maybe you can kind of catch my drift here. But first and foremost, let's go ahead, check out some of the actual updates around the park outside of just the merchandise reveal. But either way, is that not amazing that we're getting Stranger Things 4 here? Again, we kind of understood it was coming, but it is official. Huge news. Love to see it. If you guys were not aware, also, they are temporarily putting the Starbucks inside of Cafe La Bamba right now because I believe they're doing renovations to the other storefront. So if you want Starbucks, you're actually coming over here to Cafe La Bamba. You're not going over to the other location, kind of over there by Transformers. And you can see the sign out front here. And then you can see like right on the door up there and a little poster sign. They're trying to let you know Starbucks is inside of this building. This is the first update I kind of wanted to point out to you. So as you can see on the actual beams here, the trusses, you can see there is some wire that is coming and getting attached to the other ones as you can follow them along. And this is a rumored jungle scare zone. And you can see they are all attached. So I'm going to guess we're going to get vine work. We're going to get something that might be hanging from that, or at least going kind of pillar to pillar, beam to beam. And we're probably going to get a lot of hanging stuff in the scare zone. As you guys know, scare actors cannot touch you, but let's be honest, some of the dangly stuff can. So maybe there's things that are hanging in your face in this scare zone to kind of disrupt your vision. Very cool scare zone a lot of times in here. Tends to be a really small one, but they really pack it in. I really liked this Scarecrow one last year, but you can see between every single one of them, there are these hanging ropes or wires here, which does lead me to believe we are going to get some vines or something along the nature of that as this kind of comes together. Now, out beyond kind of the construction there, you can see a building way back there that looks like they're doing something. I don't think that's anything to do with HHN right now, but what I will do is I'll show you some photos that I have from some of the sources that I have available that will show you some of the photos going on. You can actually see it from Animal Actors as you kind of look down out that way. It does look like they are putting some facade work up and some kind of like overhangs. It looks like almost like a metal overhang. Hopefully the image is on the screen right now. I don't totally know everything that's going on. It looks like maybe the entrance to a house. I don't think it's actually part of the house. So hopefully you guys can see that right now. But that's kind of what I was seeing over there, kind of beyond maybe where you would almost kind of go to like the weekend house. If you guys kind of remember that from last year, you kind of head back into like the kids zone and then you kind of like took a left back there. Now right here is another one of these poles that you are starting to see come together, as again these tend to hold lights or signs, anything like that. This one is not covered in green, which makes me think maybe it's not going to have that same style. The other one was that green kind of look around it, which definitely feels a little bit more jungle-like. This one uncovered, and there are a number of these around the park, so we don't know exactly what's going on with them yet. But this one is over here kind of as you walk into Springfield, as you can see the sign for Springfield right behind there. But right now what we do know is these are starting to pop up as we speak. Something I'm kind of really looking forward to with Stranger Things is hopefully getting some really good food items this year. Last year's food items were really hit or miss. There was a few items that I thought were pretty good, but a lot of them I feel like fell a little flat. Again, the ones that were good, great. The ones that were bad, absolutely not. So I like that they really designed them uniquely because you feel like you're eating something completely different, sometimes gross, but it's kind of cool. However, with Stranger Things, I feel like because there are a few things that were kind of involved in there, you have like the pizza, the waffles, things like that. I think they could really make some really fun and actually good treats and just like food items as a whole here at Universal that I think people might really like. What's going to be interesting is there was 2 houses over here. You had Universal Monsters and then you had the Weekend House. They were kind of like over by the kids zone here. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done here by September 1st. I don't know how they route you around this. I don't think this is going to be done by then. So they're probably going to have to do some rerouting to get you back there, to get you to the houses, which is a little nerve-wracking to think how they're going to like ultimately do that. Because if you look at ET here, this is where you used to come out of the queue and you would kind of spit out right over here. And now take a look, it's still very walled off. Now with the Stranger Things vibe, we are going to go ahead and do ET. And I want to tell you something about ET. Hear me out. I know a lot of you guys might not agree with me, but let me just throw something out to you after we ride it. We need to ride it first, and then I'll talk to you. Now, as we get in line and we are about to ride, think about Stranger Things. Would it not be a little strange? I'll explain my thoughts. Now, I am blind, and we are off of ET, but let me just spitball something with you. Imagine the ET ride, but it's Stranger Things. Nicole gave me this idea last time. Think about it. They hang out on their bikes, so you're already on a bike. You're kind of like keeping ET or 11 kind of hidden from people, so you could put like 11 in the basket of some sort. And then you start off kind of running from the cops, and then the whole second half of the ride, you could be in the upside down. I mean, think about it. Is it not like perfect? You could like identically just kind of like scene to scene convert it over. And it becomes a little bit more of a spooky dark ride, I guess. But I think it could work. You have, I think, 4 rows of bikes too, so all 4 friends biking. I mean, think about it. And so you're cruising through, and you're running from the cops, and they're coming after you, and you know, maybe you see like the vines and stuff, and you've got more of the actual like demogorgons and things. And then when you go and do like the little teleport thing before you go into like ET's world, boom, it's into the upside down. And then there you go. Perfect. And then at the end, instead of ET, it's like Vecna or something, and he's like, "I'm coming for you." I don't know. That part, I haven't finalized all the details, but think about it. Tell me that's not decent. Universal, if you guys are watching, let's pair up. I've already pointed this out probably 5 times now. We can see the tent that is being put up over here by Men in Black, so I'm not gonna dabble with it, but just so you guys know, there is a full-blown tent there. It's been there for probably 2 months, I feel like, at this point now. Maybe like a month and a half. But we won't touch on it. If you want to, see a little bit more with a few more pictures and stuff, check out some of my other videos there. Now over here, as you are kind of around the corner there from Men in Black, you can see there are 2 of these trusses here, or trusses, I guess I think is the correct term for them, more lights. But we've already seen these as well, so I won't totally dabble with it. But again, they are up. No connection again, though, between the 2. That was the one thing that you are seeing that is very specific to what we are assuming the jungle zone. No like vines or any wires that are connecting them. Over here in San Francisco, we have brand new truss work here, and you can see this is one of the closed ones as you kind of head over into the pier. And then even beyond there, oh my gosh, look at this. We have some that probably aren't in place yet. And then back there on the actual deck itself, there are some short, small ones. Those tend to be kind of like little stands for like the bar and stuff. Holy cow. This is a lot of work actually in like the past week. We definitely have HHN updates coming, and I'm gonna guess over the next week or 2, we're gonna continue to see a lot more. Again, come August, it's when things really ramp up. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and turn that little bell notification on so you guys are informed anytime that we go ahead and release a new video. But take a look, we do have a few trusses out there that are kind of just the shorter ones. But wow, it is coming together here. Holy cow. But again, look right over here as you are like right in front of the exit to Fast and Furious. They've got like 7 or 8 of them. This is always a pretty big scare zone. But wow, do we have a lot of work going on here. And I know these are just like the beams and it's like, okay, whatever. But like this is big. This means that they are starting to put things out. And the next thing you will start to see little things, maybe like barrels and like tables, things like that. And that's gonna be kind of the next step here. But a lot of times sometimes they start with these, they'll cover them up, do whatever they want to do, and you'll start to see things start to formulate around here. So again, this is very, very exciting news. We are very close to getting something that will be a little bit more concrete here. If anybody has any news on what is happening out on the lagoon, either for HHN or just for like a normal nighttime show, please let me know. Right now, I do see this right here, kind of this little ratchet system that you have going across, attached to the wire there, and it goes across the entire lagoon. It looks like they're holding something up right. Let me show you if I could zoom in. Right, kind of in the middle, more towards our side there. They have something that's kind of hanging in the water. No idea what's going on here. Again, if anybody knows anything, please let me know. I also see that they have almost like those black inflatable tubes, but then off to the left, looks like you have more of like that PVC type tube. Completely different style tubing over there. That goes all the way over to Men in Black. So that's kind of pretty long there. I have no idea what they're doing. It's a little bizarre that nothing is being announced and no work's being done, but I mean, clearly there's something here. We just don't quite know what yet. Over on this side, it looks like those black tubes almost like hook up to this boat or something, the way they kind of curve in. I don't know if it actually does hook up, but it kind of like curves right into where this boat is. Again, any news, please let me know, because I am totally clueless here. As I mentioned earlier, by the way, we are now by the Starbucks. This is closed off, and as you could see, Starbucks' temporary location is Cafe La Bamba, which I pointed out to you guys there earlier, but this is completely blocked off right now. I don't know if they're prepping things for HHN, if they're remodeling Starbucks, no clue, but as you can see, it is not here. Again, Cafe La Bamba if you want your Starbucks. Nicole, do you think it's time we head to the Upside Down?
I'm ready for the Upside Down.
I think we're ready for the Upside Down. All right, what a better way to get into the Upside Down than to ride Velocicoaster. Now, the thing is, the Hulk does have more upside downs, but I think this ride whips you around more and you feel like you are just disoriented going upside down and whipping around. Thus, we're running away and escaping the Upside Down. Here we go, Velocicoaster. We'll be right back. Real quick before we ride, a few rides have been doing this, one of them being Rip Ride Rocket, but also Velocicoaster. They have kind of hidden the test seats because of what has happened over at Tron. They've kind of given people some privacy so that way they don't feel shamed if they don't fit. Obviously, Tron was kind of a disaster because a lot of people were not fitting on it, but now you kind of have this little private section. Also, totally new that I've never seen, might not be new, but I haven't seen before. You can actually see if your stuff fits in the locker. We are done with the Upside Down. It was a really good ride. We actually got to wait for first row. There was only one group in front of us. A lot of times it'll be backed up, so we just skip it. I will also say front row is probably my favorite on this ride. Back row is a really hard contender for it, but I think the visuals and just like something about that front row, it just hits different on this one. Sometimes the back is the best, sometimes it's the front. This one definitely the front. Well, I think we're meeting Vecna's army right now as the dark skies roll in and we are getting a little bit of rain here, which means I think our time at Universal is coming to an end. Well, we are now done and we're just waiting for our car here, but what do you guys think? Are you excited for Stranger Things 4 for an HHN house? Do you think The Last of Us is overshadowing it? Do you feel one way or another? Is there a house that you're excited for that isn't technically announced but kind of announced? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Obviously, moving forward, we know August, I'm gonna have a ton of updates. Let There Be Light as well. And so August, we're gonna have a bunch of updates. We're gonna be doing a lot around the park. And I do think we're still going to get a lot of HHN things to come in the coming weeks. But I think the next thing on the agenda at Universal is that VillainCon Minion Blast. From what I'm seeing, it's looking like we're really gonna get some opening here soon, even if it's technical rehearsal, which means kind of like a shorter stint there, maybe not open to close as far as like the timing goes. We'll have to see when it is open. We will be here and we'll show you guys a little bit of that. Obviously, we won't be able to film on the rides. Universal doesn't allow that. But either way, hopefully you guys had a good time today. If you did enjoy today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel, turn that bell notification on, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.